Each new character you make in Remnant 2 has access to the Awakened King one-shot, which means 0 RNG, perfect pathways, and a much easier time getting items you may have missed your first time around. This is very beneficial for getting things that are in the dungeons that are hard to come by that require RNG and rolling them in your world. Now, how to make this work for yourself is to have one other person, you and a friend, or you and a random, doesn't matter. And one of them is on their main account, the other makes a new character, and they just roll the one shot. You go with them and you get what you didn't get before. Then you trade places and do that again. I've already beaten this once on veteran. I would have been on apocalyptic, but I think the scaling is just absolutely brutal. What is that? I'm doing 0 damage. If you already have the Ritualist unlocked and you're playing with a friend who didn't listen to the dude, by the way, you can, if you're doing the whole strat where you make a new character and your friend's on the main account, you roll Ritualist and then you go listen to the guy. And I believe at the end, that should let you and your homie get the ring versus killing him. And if you kill any of these guys that are yellow like this, I think you're going to get rolled. And I could go left in here. There's a dungeon. Also, there's Leywise, the guy we'll see later. But I think I'm instead going to go forward because there's nothing in that dungeon I need at the moment. Although I could use the Castaway ring, which gives you a 50% increase to your consumable durations, pop my experience potion and have it last for 80% longer. And the first thing we could kill is this guy, which I'm not going to because he gives me a mutator that I think gives you more damage for missing HP. I am not trying to miss HP. It's something you can do. Yeah, I'll do it, whatever. I'm here. It's much better to kill these guys quickly, because now the guys spawned and I have multiple dudes. So hesitation is not ideal. But on this, hello? So killing those guys, it shouldn't affect getting the ring from the Warden guy. The bridge troll. Of course it has elemental resist. This game is crazy. It just knows what you're using, I promise you. The game is just fully aware. That was that was a freaking panic dodge. Yeah, dreadful. Increase range damage by 2% for every 10% of total health present as gray. Oh, that's even worse. Gray health, man. What? I mean, maybe you can make that do something decent in the future, but I don't know if it outweighs things like momentum. We'll see though. There's a bunch of gray health stuff they added in the new DLC. A new trait that reduces your gray health healing by 90%, which means you can maintain it longer. So that's kind of cool. Full transparency, I was on the wrong thing for a second there. I was on the campaign that somehow is set to the right thing, but I wanted to be on the one shot. So we're back. This time around, I didn't kill the guy, which that dude you can listen to with the Ritualist Armor, like I mentioned earlier, a Zealot Armor. You can also listen to him using the Academic set, which you get from the sewers, I believe. Who's going this way? I'm looking for the Menor. It actually has 2 items that are good for Hunter. At least out the gate. You get extra damage versus enemies affected by negative statuses. It's only 5% though, technically. Because it's each entity. And it being each... Wait a minute. How do I get up there? I see. I want that item really bad. Don't shoot me. Goodbye. Birthright of the Lost. I forgot what that does. I remember it being decent though. I think we still hang left. It's either, I think it's dodging does some nonsense. I want to read it so bad, but if I stop, I might just get set on fire and die. I must maintain haste. You know, thinking of it, I'm not going to snag the amulet for myself, but I'm going to go ahead and showcase how to do it and get it for y'all. Where's the manor, though? If I discover this and then go to the manor, I'm trying to think. I'd almost want to finish the boss and then do the manor, because otherwise I have to leave. All right, I'm killing the boss. So I just go to the checkpoints, find the die, surrender. Completely fine. This is the best case scenario. The ring gives you extra skill damage, which isn't that big a deal for my character, but I kind of just want it to have it. I don't know, like, the layout's weird. I think the manor was right there. Boo. It's fine though. We'll kill the boss. The boss drops creeping creeping mist. If you go to War 13 and craft it. Oh, they get debuffed. When I dodge, they get debuffed. That's actually nuts. When I perfect dodge, not just dodge, perfect dodge. Where's she at? She scares me. Just sprint away from this one. And back up because her reach is not very good. And this one, one pick gets summoned and she's going to jump off the high ropes like a WWE. What? I swear, like, before she would jump off the high ropes. Get some distance and just run away. On Apocalyptic, those pigs hit like a truck.
Well, at least
okay. And now I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna discover what I need to discover. I'm gonna go back in. Once I have a big crystal found. That way I can just save time. In a perfect world, you would go to the manor instantly, but I just went the wrong direction because it's in different locations. Sometimes it's like on the left side, right side. I tried, bro. I'm only human. Snagging this for reasons. Oof. It's gonna be like 1% range fire rate. We're doing big damage. Big damage indeed. And this takes you out to, I think, Drowned Wen. Alright, so this is discovered. This is the main checkpoint. I'm going back in to snag that ring just because why not? Sunken Haunt. So the idol gives you 5% damage for each entity affected by a negative status. That is not good. I think I saw a YouTube video saying this is an insane item, and it is not insane at all. It is insanely mid. But if folks want it, you know, you can have it, brevs. So to get the idol, you have to get 5, I believe, charms. And the way that works is you're going to peer into these rooms through the bars and look for a glowing red line, basically. Like a vertical glowing red aura. And that is going to be the item you're looking for. It's kind of hard to spot a little bit because a lot of stuff's red. That's what you're looking for. So you open the door, you grab it, you get reset, and you repeat the process a lot. But if you do want both items, you get the amulet on your 5th door opening or 4th. Whenever you see like a purple item pop up, you go ahead and drink that potion, the death one I just did. You come down here, and if you're quick enough, you can grab it. Sometimes though the game kicks you out really fast, but I think I've done it twice where it let me and once where it didn't. I'm gonna TP to Drowned Wen. So far, we've only done main objectives. And now, There is the Abyssal Hook that I'm gonna snag that. The damage output's pretty good. And it swings really fast. It's a melee weapon that is being guarded by 2 giant monkeys that I think you kill the small one for sure. The big one you don't have to kill. It's kind of a hassle. This is for the Hog Lure, where one pig has been camping far left for some reason. I think a recent run, he was right here just in the wall, glitched. Maybe not glitched, but he just was not doing nothing. So going down here is also the way to progress as well if you want to. It's one of the ways you can take, but usually going down here is kind of rough because there's 2 big green guys and a purple guy too. And these are scary. Also, they take no damage. Where is that guy? Yep. Those blobs also roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. How am I supposed to dodge that? Do I dodge backwards? The fire kills him for sure. He just gets rid of my dot. It's not fair. Elemental damage. It's something. So we got the Abyssal Hook, which is a pretty good melee weapon, especially starting out. And this is what this does. On perfect dodge, apply exposed on the attacker. Target receives 24% additional damage, but the amount they receive damage-wise goes down based on having more teammates. So be careful of that. And now, because we already cleared everything down here, I'm going to go ahead and progress this way. But the other route to get to where we're going anyway is to be above ground and take the streets. It's pretty straightforward as well. This will take us to the exact same place though, so it's not a huge deal. There's just more scary mobs to deal with. Because these people on the outside aren't that big a deal. They do transform. They do transform though. Like right there, you hear that noise? The bones breaking? They turn into a goblin thing. A green ghoul. I'm opening the shortcut, which it might be the play to not do that instantly and instead get the checkpoint first. Just so you don't die. But having that secret shortcut open means to get here quickly, you simply go to this first area, the very first port. Yeah, why is it a question mark? That Forlorn Coast. You just go there instantly. And then you are cooking with Crisco. Now, I'm gonna get the Ritualist because I'm already here. And plus, I'm gonna get a Mutator as well. Wait. The Mutator may or may not be that amazing. When you jump off this, try and land on the middle, on that little board section. Otherwise, you go in the ocean. You can jump a bit differently to not have to finesse that, but I like doing that, so I'm different. And in here, if you wait a little bit to kill the witch and or the piglet gets transformed into an aberration that has a bunch of affixes. A bunch of modifiers, if you will. That aren't that wild. I'm gonna go ahead and sit back though. What are you doing to Piglet? Let him go, he's just a boy. He's just a boy. But I'm gonna go ahead and burst a witch once Piggy transforms. And that right there, that little idol thing, the little freaking pulpit, that is for the Ritualist archetype, which I will not be equipping or making because it costs 1,000 shekels at least. And when you have 2 of them equipped, you get less experience. It like halves your experience gain. Okay, go ahead and speed it up, bro. Duolingo. Duolingo. Nice. Is it... Was that not close enough? I'm scared to get too close. Okay, we're good. Okay, Executor. 101 damage from a single melee hit. Different. So Ragged Pulpit.
I bet Wallace would like
Take it back to War 13 and you can make Ritualist. Noise. I forgot what Executor does. Charge melee attacks increase the duration of negative stats effects. It's not that good, that's right. I mean, it's good for niche things. That is actually a nice modifier. I do enjoy that. But it's not good for me in the current state. But I would definitely get that. And waiting for it to transform takes a whole 2 seconds. That is always available though, so don't freak out if you don't get that on your first attempt or whatever. Like, you don't need the one shot for that whatsoever. That is always there. And same thing with the Ritualist Pop It. It's always there if you are rerolling the area too. Now, I'm going this direction, okay? This is the way to the next main area and or a side dungeon. Oh, I think that down below is the Derelict Lighthouse. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll showcase that too. This is a mini checkpoint. And then to our right, there's sometimes going to be a simulacrum to my left. It's there. That yellow icon, simulacrum. So walking down here is the play. And opening this door, I think is where we just were. Goodbye. Running past mobs can be your friend, but it can be dangerous as well. And I'll probably showcase that in a very brief moment. Because I do not have movement speed. I have no stamina regeneration. I'm getting back stamina real quick. I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting. Because it would just take a while to kill those things. I don't really need to kill them. I don't care to kill them. We're fine though. I didn't get touched. Now, if you're playing Apocalyptic and you do get touched, you die. At least I do in most cases. So be careful with that. I'm going to reset my modifier at the stone. Because it takes a while to build it in the current situation I've been situated in. And now, before, I think you were able to do what I'm going to run past all these guys. There's a small crystal I can reset at. Before, you were able to get this key I'm about to get. And you could turn it into the one that opens up the shotgun, which we're going to unlock, the Sparkfire Shotgun. It's a shoddy that can have a modifier, that can have a mutator, and has a passive for applying fire damage. The fire damage should last more than 3 seconds, but what do I know? And it's new, it's cool. But before, you could for sure unlock it. I think I'm going left here. This place, the layout's weird to me. You could unlock it and also unlock the other item as well. Dude, what the... I'm not going that way. I'm going this way. There's an item that way I don't really care to get. Because I'm pretty sure it's like a generic one that the game already had. I mean, it depends. When you have ground loot, the ground loot's random. And there's some stuff that's new that's ground loot depend... Like, hello? Who gave him a PK with freaking disruptor rounds? Definitely PK though, like it hits for 9 from distance. And even up close. No, up close actually, that's a lie. It can't be a PK. Up close it hits for maximum. Okay, the pathing in these dungeons is not always the same. This was not the right direction before. And I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this. Just in case. I don't think I'm gonna die, but you never know. I am being chased by the entire server. But this is the way to the lighthouse. Okay, well, how many are chasing? Okay, maybe I should reset. That's all, we're fine. We should be fine now. Resetting is nice. You just get all the ads that are chasing you off your back if you're running through like I am. That modifier is crazy. Hello? Really? 2 damage knocks you back like that. What? Okay, kill one is the wise choice. And I think the small one has less HP. I could be wrong on that though. Dude. What is his modifier? The roof is carrying. The roof just carried so hard, it doesn't even know what occurred. Alright, we got Sleeper. When a weapon is stowed for 7 seconds, you get 20% crit chance for 3 seconds, and I believe that can be buffed. That is not terrible in the current state of things, because what's going to happen is, if I'm out of ammo on my AR, I swap to my pistol, and the hope is to get more AR ammo fast. I kind of hope that those kind of mutators improve a little bit in the future, in a sense. They become a tad bit more useful and versatile. Like having a weapon stowed. Because for that one, it's super niche. I'm running straight down here. She might follow me. I hope not. Because first off, I need to go ahead and do this. I'm being chased. Oh my god, it's scary. Okay. This thing mows. Okay, back to what I was doing before if I was rudely interrupted. Okay, so sideways like that, and then you interact, it changes. I almost suggest doing that the moment you get it so you don't mess this up. Because the shotgun is way more valuable than the... I think it's the lighthouse ring. It's not very good. Oh, you keep the idol. What if you can put the idol in the thingy? And the Lightweaver, that's Overwatch. The Nightweaver's nest. Thingy. Sparkfire shotgun. Hello? Wrong button. So you get 30 fire damage over 3 seconds. I think the duration needs to be increased. 3 seconds is nothing in this game. There's a lot of things like that. A lot of durations, whether they're buffs, whether they're debuffs, don't matter, that just do not last long enough. And it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, before you kept the key. Before when you did that, I had a time where I had the key, or maybe, wait, I was with someone else. So if you have 2 people, you can get both. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong though. But that's what happened before, I believe, is I had 2 people and I unlocked both that way. This is the play. Yeah. Potion's faster for me. I have decent load times. That was what happened. I was in a realm with... No, wait, was I? Whatever, I'm gonna stop. I'll just forget about it. It's hard to know what happens in this game. Things change every day, it seems. Some things a little questionable. I believe it's faster to leave the dungeon and run back where we came. Because otherwise, we have to run to that small crystal again, and that is not very quick. What you could do... Nah, it's a run either way. But you could go discover the big crystal on the bridge that we're going to go to right now. That is an option if you desire. Oh, this is actually way nicer too. Okay. That one-shots you. See, this is why this is dangerous. As well, get out. I don't really recommend folks do this. I just don't want to deal with killing things. They offer me nothing. So I'll risk it for the biscuit, you know? Although we could have gone that way. That'd be just as fast almost. Alright, now this is going to be going to the top bridge up there. If you engage in this on your right side, I believe you can't get the ring from the guy on the bridge. Which I think is like a melee ring. If you perfect dodge, you get more melee damage, I think is the ring he gives you. Which is, it's something. There's a ring that gives you 50% melee damage for just existing. So, do with the information what you will. Okay, shotgun guy has to die. I wouldn't put it past him to one-shot me, because I think he can. I just don't want to give him the opportunity. He's got freaking PK with disruptors and hammer points. The season 20 PK. They might actually even do that, man. I wouldn't put it past him. I think the other similar crumb is in that area, though, that we were just walking past with like, the fighting and whatnot. I doth believe that to be true. I doth believe. Okay, time to spam dialogue. Oh, we're cooking. Yeah, this ring is not that insane. Perfect dodge increases melee damage by 50%, and perfect evade flop also gains 10% damage reduction for the duration. So if I freaking time and evade, that does not seem good. 10% damage reduction for doing a flop where they can just hit you on the ground. I don't know, dude. That doesn't make any sense. That part of that ring does not make sense. And I think the perfect dodge, it should give you 20 to 25% damage. Make it worth it. Because otherwise, who is going to use that over, let's say, the Fey Bruiser ring that gives you 15% melee damage or whatever? Alright, don't kill me. I shot the dog. I turned around and shot the dog. What's wrong with me? But who's going to take a 15% damage on a like qualification versus 15% damage on just existing? There's a way to drop down here just much faster. Found it. You can fall off the map though, so be careful. Is the tome always here on the one shot? Leywise's Scribe's Medallion / tome. Is it always here? No, it is not. That is painful. I only have seen 2 locations for that thing. It's right there when you open that door. There's like a red glowy thing. That's a book. Or something a little bit different. Now, I'm actually gonna walk inside here right quick. Well, I meant run in here and go past all these nerds. This is Glistening Cloister. I'm down. We can go ahead and handle this. There is a injectable, which is a Voss room that you want to do just to get the item, I think. The item itself is okay. It's hard to remember exactly what's amazing. I know that the item you get for giving Leywise's tome is sick. I don't know how righteous the nonsense in here is, per se. Now, getting to where I want to go to, I think I go straight here. Looking for a big open room. Brother. I think I found it. All right. I want this big open room, and then I want to go to the boss. And the boss is hilarious. I had some dudes that didn't know how the boss works, which is completely fine. I was in the same boat for a few hours. But once you figure out how the boss works, he's still annoying because some of his attacks are almost reaction. They're not reactionary. It's a prediction-based attack. You have to basically know what to do. You have to like guess what he's gonna do, and then you go crazy. So there's like music playing, which means there's dudes to handle. Alright, we're good. So we're looking at the bottom of the floor for a glowing gold vase. Like that one. And before, I shot here, but it's right here. It's exactly where it shows on this. Like a 1-to-1. Shaed Stone. Increased skill damage by 12%. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. There are rings that give you 15% raw damage, but hey, what do I know? You know? I think some of these rings, the values should be adjusted with that being the case. Like, don't nerf the other rings. Buff these ones. Like, there's rings that give you a flat 10% damage. I do believe that a flat 10% damage is going to outweigh 12% damage from just a skill. Even if you're doing skill-based classes. It kind of... If you're doing like a raw skill only, it might be a little bit different. But in general, I'm taking 10% damage over 12% damage. I really like this gun. It one-shots those guys? What about this guy? I think it two-shots him. I think even on veteran difficulty, that weapon does big damn. It just swings so fast and it hits so hard. It used to do even more damage. It used to stack to plus 20 and be 505 damage at max. Right now it's only at 303 because they nerfed it. I kind of get it, but it was kind of cool. Nerfing melee in this game is funny because melee is so underused. I don't quite understand the design choice there. And I'm still waiting for the day that we hopefully get maybe an archetype that lets you have 2 melee weapons. Your primary weapon could be melee, and you have a melee weapon slot as well. So you can have a ranged melee weapon and then a close range. I low-key always watch this cutscene because man is crazy. Okay, he's like sliding all over that thing. Wait, pause. Shoot the little skull on his chest to reveal his weak spot. Fun fact. Dodge a little bit after that sound goes off. And then just dodge preemptively and still get hit. Woo! We broke the thing. His, like, oh my god, his attacks are crazy. Wherever he jumps to, you want to go there and be underneath him in a second. I'm gonna wait for him to kill these ads real quick. Split. So he jumped down. He did not kill the ads. Usually if you run away from that, you have time to pop a heal. I do not trust he's gonna leave right now. So if he keeps his swords crossed after leaping, he's gonna leap again. That move is so sauce. Like in like the sense that it's hard to dodge. Sir, I'm trying to do as much damage as possible. I'm just DPS him. Goodbye. Now this gives you the ability to make a modifier that isn't, it's not bad at the moment. You get spinny rings that spin around you. And you can press your mod again to send them forward. So you have a pretty long lasting AoE attack around your character. And you also have the ability to send them out to attack others. I actually wonder how the damage is going to look. I almost want to make that. I can go make that. I'm going to make that. Because I can TP to Ward 13, I can TP back here, and I can exit and then go up the mountain. That's why I wanted to go in here first. I wanted to have access to a big crystal to TP to in the first place. I have a message. Need any of these? My mom sent me a picture of a bunch of pans. I will have to actually think about that. And at the moment, I'm going Spirit or Mod Power, but Vigor is usually the answer because living is important, especially if you don't have a dog like me. If I die, my dog can revive me most of the time. So Creeping Mist, you get a giant mist that makes folks take more damage and stats effects, which is awesome. And they also take 5% more crit. They have a 5% more likelihood to be crit by any source, which is also crazy. But I don't need that. And then this, I like the idea of.
We're finished here.
Because it can be used on my sidearm. I can pop that for free. It takes 1800 mod power though. So it's going to be a one and done type situation, I think. So we could go here, but we're going to go to Glistening Cloister instead. We're going to leave the dungeon, run outside where we were, and then go up the mountain. That is the play. I think it's it's way faster than going through the bridge, down the ladders, and then I think up the ladders or whatever. This is just faster. I'm teaching you all the pathing the best way I can. The best way I know it, at least. And we do still have that side dungeon that you can go into instantly when you come here next to Leywise, which I'll be showcasing where he is, where the dungeon is soon. Because the dungeon is Forgotten Commune, which you're going to want damage for. And you can still, at the moment, use a certain Twisted Arbalist and a certain Bull 4 Chamber to do redonkulous damage. Don't knock me off the map, dude, please. Alright, it's gonna be a small crystal. I'll just TP's in. Goes back in, like what? Earn your third strike, buff. Alright, so just because I can, I'm gonna go ahead and show the elevated ring, which gives you reduced 5 carry rate and reduced 5 encumbrance or something like that. If you're quick enough, you can usually open this, but I don't have any stamina, so wait, no, we're fine. Welcome back. I whistled. I did my job. Yeah, this ring is not really anything to write home about, but it's something, man. It's something. Now for this guy's tome, if you could see it from up here, it'd be nuts. It's going down again. I had a feeling. I actually learned where the weak spot is on the boss I just fought from the minion. Because on the boss, when you hit that same spot, there's no red damage. But when you break it, there is. And I did not know that. I will be showing where to get the Dark Pact trait, which is a sick looking icon for it. The actual trait itself reduces your gray health regeneration by 90%. All right, moment of truth. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay, guys, we can just let me do my tutorial, bro. I'm working here. So I do think that there's probably more than 2 spawn points, but I've only ever seen it spawn in this place right here. And earlier when I opened that gate, it would be to like the very right when you open that first like secret gate going this way. Now you can open the tome and you get a coin. You know what? I'll explain that actually. I'll explain that at freaking Leywise because it's a little confusing. So you have a giant nugget. I was gonna say, like, where's your weak spot at? Smoked and rolled. He's kind of scary, man. He swings hecka fast. So this is the first bell. But we'll be back here later. I know the fast path to get here. I want to showcase them all at the same time. But you ring that bell and you shoot a bunch of nerds. And you do it 3 times. Oh my gosh, I had a stopwatch. I think the stopwatch reduced stamina consumption and gave you 50% more stamina regeneration. It is so nice when you don't have Explorer to spam the abilities on. The movement one. We have now entered the castle. There are 2 side dungeons that I'm aware of. Wait, no. 3 side. No, 2. 2 sides and then 1 main, I believe. The first side one is right here. I think that that's Pathway of the Fallen. I could be mistaken. And there's a bunch of shenanigans that happen in there. Okay, just to check, just to make sure. I want to see what's to our right. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one actually. It has a modifier, a mutator I want, a mutator. It's called... No? It's not called Maelstrom. That's from the... Oh, it's from the Lighthouse. But yeah, it is Path of the Fallen. So, this is what we're going to do. Gonna run all the way to a small crystal. And grab any sick loot on the way. Is it Faber? Don't be a Faber's ring. Ugh, that's even worse. Wood ring gives you 15% extra stagger damage. And that, I think, applies to your... It mostly is a melee weapon thing. But it's not very good.
Okay, this is it.
And you could go down there, but it's like an old thing. I believe. They take 51 damage from that? How is it? Wait, how do the skinny guys wearing cloth not get mowed by a melee weapon? Make that make sense. I disagree entirely with this preposterous proposal. Man, the doggo applying bleed is just cool. Does bleed also reduce healing received in this game, or is that just a bunch of other games I'm confusing that mechanic? But that is entirely possible. Now we're at the Hedge Mage. I do think... Okay, so there's 2... Okay, well, I'll explain in a second. But that little door, you'll get a medallion from the guy at the end of this that you can then use to open that one, or open the other one. Because opening the one in this area, I believe, gives you a medallion that it gives you 25% damage if you stay at 100% stamina for 7 seconds. That is not terrible damage. It definitely looks kind of weird though. I thought I was playing Dauntless. I rolled forward and I swang. Abyssal Hook is nuts. Wait, what? Whomst has aggroed on me? Alright, so killing this aberration will give us it'll give us a medallion and it'll give us a mutator. I just don't want to have anybody on me, bruvs. Want to make sure. Is there 0 weak spots? Oh, not this, man. It's like Elder Shields, but crazier. Wait. That worked out. Prophecy. I think that's actually for your mutator. Weapons mod. Wait, using weapons mod increases mod power generation by 3% for 10 seconds. Max 5 stacks. Reduces mod power requirements of this weapon by 10%. That can stack up to be like 30% total, which is nice. So we kill this guy. We're gonna go right, and then we're gonna break this painting. What? Did I break it? Okay, I guess there's a painting right here I already broke, I guess. Somehow, some way. My bad. And then we use this mirror, and we go to the light side of this whole area. And if you use the medallion here, I think you get the...
Yeah, I don't trust this place.
Another mutator. Or, you get a whatchamacallit. I don't know what you get, bro. It's insane. Okay, see, that's the painting you're supposed to break. And it doesn't matter. Wrong direction anyway. You will have to go through a similar ordeal, though, and kill a bunch of nerds. Always open secret doors, even if death is imminent. Unless on hardcore, in which case, not to play. I should have rested for my mutators. My modifiers. I'm pressing W and swinging on this nerd. Mistakes were made. Stop spamming that ability. Oh, the melee is to play 100% of the time right there. Saved all my ammunition and still mowed him down in broad daylight. Alright. Hopefully I don't aggro these guys.
Let's do this.
He said. That best not heal you. It doesn't matter. And we're staggered the whole time. Welcome to Mortal Kombat. Enjoy your stay. Memoriam Medallion. This can also be used in Nightweaver's Web to give you something else that I don't think was... It was definitely something. Now, if you have the Red Prince's Crown, then you can get a modifier through this door, which I don't have on this playthrough, so I can't do that. So try and have Red Prince's Crown to open that. Get a freaking Knight's Guard modifier. Gift of Euphoria. Spending 25 stamina grants 5% crit chance for 7 seconds, max 5 stacks. Yeah, it's definitely one of the amulets of all time, that's for sure. That is for sure. And then now, I want to leave this place. It should put me in a crystal. It could put me at the mirror. Oh, thank the Lord. I'm gonna exit dungeon. So I'm kind of just right there. And the next stop is to go to the whatchamacallit. Man, looking back at it, I really should have gotten that Ring of Castaway and popped the XP potion. It would have lasted me, I think, the whole time so far. I don't believe we're at an hour yet. It might be. I'm saying we to make sure we're all feeling included here. Alright, so go up the stairs. This is how you unlock the Zealot Armor, by the way. We're gonna go this way. I'm just gonna walk off right here. If you fall in this, like the down area, you'll take half your HP in damage. If you fall one single story exactly, you will not take damage. If you fall like a story and a half, you get hit for half your HP. So be careful. And now we are here. I think there's a secret door we can also, there's a shortcut we can open to our left. The moment my game loads. So the bells to our right. You can't see it, it's there, I promise. There's a secret door or a shortcut to our left. And this is where we get Maelstrom. We get Maelstrom, we get Zealot Armor, and we can also talk to Nimue. If we don't talk to Nimue though, there's some stuff that can happen. Bro, what? Jeez Leywise, bruvs. So there's a lot of things you can do. You can talk to Nimue. The one thing you can do for sure is you don't talk to Nimue. You talk to the One True King first. Then you say you're going to kill Nimue. You come back, you spare Nimue, and then you kill One True King, and you go back to Nimue. There's a whole other pattern you can do. Bro, I'm about to melee the heck. Bursting. That is the single most not fun modifier. I'm gonna... just gonna die. Oh, huge come up. Range critical hit. Melee crit chance, range crit chance. I was missing out on some freaking huge damage. Hello? 1.1%. Sign me up, revs. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop down it. I don't think there's anything up top. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I don't believe there is. Go down here until you see this little window. You can crawl, you can sprawl through. And the Zealot Armor is gonna be hanging from a rope. Nice. Wrong thing. And now if you want to, you can go back and re-roll this area and listen to that guy's speech and get a ring that gives you 25% nonsense. Or 25% negative status damage, but minus 65% status duration. That is the option you're tasked with. Now your option here is to talk to her and have a different item you can gain for doing whatever. But no matter what, open this door. Open this door no matter what, revs. Oh, speaking of which, I missed it. Gosh darn it. I missed the door to open up there as well. It's fine. Just a little lame. It's the second time I've done this. Because I beat this on veteran. I was going to do an apocalyptic, but it wasn't possible. Not impossible, but just not really fun. Would take me about 25 years off my life. Okay, so we got that. We got this. We go back to the Palace of the One True King. I'm going to go open that shortcut just to show you what I mean. Because you should definitely do that first. Like the moment you drop down from where I did and I went left on the stairs, just go right and open the door. Open the shortcut. That's always what you want to do. Shortcuts are key. Like shortcuts and saves checkpoints are massive. So I'm gonna go back up again, correct my mistakes. This door. All right. And what we could do is go talk to Leywise. You know what? I'm gonna go do Leywise. Because we have the medallion. Or we have his book, which is also the medallion. And there are a cajillion uses for it. You could use it to get an item in this dungeon, I believe. You can get Paper Heart, which is not a good relic to get, but if you want it, you can go nuts. You can get a insane amulet for certain builds. You get 35% weak spot damage with skills and modifiers. So for Engineer Gun, that's crazy. For using Hot Shot, that's also really good. I just don't have any I don't have really good mod generation, so it's not that big a deal. I think that 24% damage from all things is better in my current situation. But I might still get that. And you can also get Ring of Infinite Damage, which gives you more fire rate, which I might opt for that instead. I think to get that one, you have to open the tome and give him the medallion the second time he asks. Ow. He's just slowly getting in position.
Where is it? Where did I put it?
He's talking about these.
Not here.
So if you give the tome directly, you get a nice amulet. But in this case, I'm gonna give it to him the second time he asks this medallion.
Space, please. I'm busy.
And if you want, you can buy a ring that gives you 10% crit chance, but you're constantly bleeding. And there's a use case for that. Crit chance is really good in this game, unless bosses have a thick skin.
Have you lost you? My name is you? Nay, but for the record's sake, better yet, worth it.
I have something for you.
But I'm. Wherever did you come upon this? You did indeed. The thoughts.
Actually, it's important. I'm keeping it.
What is it you want? Perhaps you would be receptive to a trade.
And then you say, okay, let's trade.
Give it here. See? That was not.
Ring of Infinite Damage.
Are you? Me? Has it? I would have. You are paying?
And if you want, you can buy... Well, I guess it has the Hex Ward too, but that's a ring that's not new. You have this one, Atonement Fold. 10% crit chance, but you're always bleeding.
Remember.
Neato. Now, do I feel the fire rate though? That's the big question here. Maybe? I feel like they kind of cap the fire rate, because that ring, to me, when I read that, it sounds like 8 more rounds per second. Fire rate by 8. Because in the current state, you say fire rate. Okay, what's your rounds per second? 1.17. In this gun's case, it's like a 7.3. So I would think I'd get like 15.3% or 15.3 rounds per second, which would be insane. That would be infinite damage. Infinite DPS. But lo and behold, it ain't like that. Now, what I should have done this whole time is go here first, I think, and at the very minimum, snag this. So this is another area that took me a long time to get, I think. Because either A, I didn't know where to go exactly, and B, I didn't get the dungeon. But the Ring of the Castaway gives you 50% increased duration for consumable. I'm not going to kill you, I'm just going to run past you. Ow. You can actually run past everything. Towards the top, it gets a little sketchy, but you can do it if you want to. And I'm probably going to. Although, I'm going to pop this first. Okay, whatever. I'm on freaking Survivor. Everything dies fast. I think on Apocalyptic I did this. I just ran past everything. I'm gonna go ahead and jump left. Confidence is key. Slowest climb on the ladder you ever seen in your entire life. Your entire existence. Climb this next. Ooh, the modifier actually came in clutch a little bit. My dog is soloing that man's. I'm gonna be careful next to the edge here. Alright, wait for the sound to go away. This jump is sketchy, but... Oh, thank the Lord. That's such a weird jump. So what I should have done earlier is equip this. Because what I could do is, normally if you pop a potion, it says you have duration of 60 minutes. If I equip this ring, then pop this potion, 90 minutes, and I can just go ahead and unequip the ring. Reloading increases your mod damage. That's just like, what? That doesn't even give me what I want, sadly. I mean, I guess this is the best thing if I do end up using melee. And then now, just drink this potion so we can go back to where we just were. Versus having to fall down and maybe just die. And you still have the 90-minute duration of the potion. But that would have been kind of smart out the gate. And I like the idea of the one-shot a lot, man. Like, the one-shot would be really fun to have one or so dungeons that like that. Or you could choose. Let's say if you're doing a new playthrough, you could choose to have a one-shot for a specific area. If you want to do like an apocalyptic run or like a hardcore run. So that way you have one area that's guaranteed loot. You could learn the pathing. And you could focus on it for different classes. Because in this case, once Ritualist gets adjusted or fixed or whatever, it might be fun to do an apocalyptic run using Ritualist. But they also adjust the numbers because the HP of some of these mobs feels a little off. Maybe I haven't played apocalyptic in a while, like on a new character, but the Sunken Witch just seems insanely overtuned. It's kind of otherworldly. All right, we got all our hearts. We're vibing. We got 2 secret doors. I'm running. He missed. It usually hits me. Did not miss, but it's fine. I'm just running for my life. Safe for mid. Mistakes were made. The dog reses. I swing. Like what? All right, this right here is the first altar. We're gonna kill it. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. It'll be fine. What? Well, thankfully that worked out.
Here they
come. I kind of need to rest. Okay, question of the day. Where can I go to unlock this secret tunnel room? Because I need more HP to kill the next altar. These altars are no joke. Even on Survivor, they have so much HP. Is it this way? No, this is the next altar, I think. Hold that move. I have an anchor too. Oh, sick loot. You have to preemptively dodge. I'm telling you, I despise these mobs. You have to preemptively dodge. Is there a guy right here? Painless Obsidian. When Grey Health is present, gain haste. I don't hate it. Not super keen, but I don't hate it. That guy's there, but I'm not. I'm gone off the scene. Goodbye. If you're quick here, you shouldn't get hit when dropping. The first thing we're going to do is open up this, just in case something goes horribly wrong. And I'm going to try and kill the last altar. I need HP though. Well, no, I really need HP. I should have HP for this, and I should also have my modifier. I'm missing one. What? Here goes nothing. They can't spawn behind me, right? Dude, what? Popping these freaking heals. Like, what is happening? The dog's just dead. Or not. Revivalist. Money, dude. Okay, so mailing that's not the play here. Now it is. Okay. The blades are nice. The blades are actually nice. And then now we killed both those altars. My dog got tased out of nowhere. This person's gonna have a bad day. Hardy and Empower. Not the worst. Guy'd be jumping like crazy though. I don't feel like dying. I haven't died unless I was my own accord this whole time. Nice. Guts. Increased melee crit chance by 5% when gray health is present. Increased melee crit damage by 2.5% for every 10% of gray health. What is that relic that gives you gray health over the whole duration of using it? Or did they change that? Surely not. Wait. Don't kill me yet. Secret tunnel. I only die of my own accord. And that should be all the side dungeons that I know of. So then we'll go back to Ward 13. See if there's anything to buy just for funsies. And then it's one true king time, I think. Should be. I'm at 3k. Like, look at all this nonsense, man. Increase armor effectiveness, encumbrance, crit chance, but no weak spots. I think her shop is a lot more robust now. Innate W speed.
Don't be a stranger, okay?
I won't.
You know where to find me.
So +4 AR. Tis currently where we're sitting. Aside from the Ring of Infinite Damage, this is kind of how I'd do it. The one thing I would change, like going back on it, I would definitely get the Ring of Castaway. I'd probably just go in there, get the Ring of Castaway, and then exit. Oh wait, now we have the size, we can do this. It's a cool back bling. And that's about it. I think this game needs to add a few more melee weapons that apply statuses that are ranged. That's just me, because those are like the way, like the freaking Krelax is the coolest melee weapon in the game. I mean, like coolest, but it's definitely the most useful, bar none. Because it's a ranged melee weapon that does decent damage, it can hit weak spots easily, and it also applies statuses. If the freaking Huntress Spear applied bleed from range, that'd be nice. I think it's definitely an avenue to explore, because that would also make the Huntress Spear worth using. And if not Huntress Spear, add something else. Now, you could fight both these dudes on my left and my right, but I'm gonna go ahead and not do that. TBH. Goodbye. If you kill the king when he's kneeling, you get his melee weapon. If you kill him when he's standing up and holding his axe, you get his gun. So Monarch or something Monolith, whatever it is, for his melee weapon. I'd be curious to see if his gun's good at this level or not. Alright. shoot the bodies. I don't know if this always drops in that guy, but it seems like it does. And in this case, I'm using the Cost of Betrayal. You get 20% more damage, but you only get 1 relic use. If you use the relic, you then take 20% damage yourself until 30 seconds passes, in which you get another relic. Skip.
The mouse still. I have if I do that, and I know that I have.
Okay, so you talk to him. You say, don't worry, I'm gonna go ahead and handle Nimue, it's fine. And then you go to Nimue and you spare Nimue. And you come back, you kill the king, and you go back to Nimue. That's one chain you could do. You could also just talk to him and then kill Nimue and get a heart that when used, you lose half your HP, which is for like half-life builds. It's kind of like Discipline from Dauntless in a sense. So that's also an option. And then you can talk to Nimue first, and then you do the thing to him. Because I think no matter what, you're going to fight him. Like, no matter what happens, you fight him. But the main thing is just talking to someone. Like, you have to communicate. Because if you don't, you're missing out on loot that you otherwise could have gotten. Which, in my case, I missed out on loot. I think I talked to him, but I didn't know where to find Nimue. That was the thing. You know what they should have done? They should have added a third thing you could do. You could kill the king after talking to Nimue, or kill the king and then kill Nimue after, to show that you're a wicked villain. If you do this, and you say, why should I kill him instead of you? You win. I hope I don't regret this. Spare Nimue. I will say, though, the options from doing all of these things, the most beneficial one is honestly probably killing her. It gave me both her items, right? Yeah, I got both. I got Retribution and Vow. Interesting. Like, killing her might be more worth to some people. I think for me in particular, but I think to most people, they probably don't want to use an item that puts them at half HP. That is the current thought process for me. Oh wait, Dreadful. I want to use, yeah, Maelstrom. Increase weapons damage, elemental damage by 5% for each unique element status on the target. I think that's better than what I had before. I might look into Grey Build stuff though. That modifier could be nuts, you never know. Hello, sir.
Is your tap.
I have news.
Choice has been made. A fate may come. I shall.
That's an instant dodge. That's a running away. Just sprint to the other direction. It takes a long to cast. It freaks me out. If you could shoot the daggers while also shooting your gun, it'd be nice. I missed the dodge, GG. He's gonna kneel, isn't he? Resist. I seriously need some Oh, wait. That thing hurts. I'm pretty sure. Oh god, these are not friendlies. Sick 'em. That thing hurts like crazy. I changed my heart. Does it twice, I think. It doesn't do it twice, it does it once. Okay, if that killed me, I might have a problem. I had to dodge that my life. Okay, he was holding his axe, so we get the agony spike. It's good. Shays Louise, bruvs. Now I'm gonna go back to Nimue. We'll talk to her. I think that necklace she gives makes it so you don't get affected by any burdens. Like, no burden ring will have a burden for you. And that, like, that can be kind of cool, I guess. There's some, maybe some stuff. It's just nothing to write home about, per se. And then I want to go and craft the Monarch and quickly test the damage. Monarch versus a +4 gun. But that is not everything you can get, but that's pretty much what I would do my first time going through here. The only exception is I would use the Scribe Medallion, the one from Leywise, to get the paper heart, just because it's a guaranteed thing you'd get. Because Leywise is always there. His medallion is always available. I don't know if the place where you put the place where you get paper heart from is always there, though. Gift of the Unbound. Disables negative effects of burden rings. Restricts maximum health gained by 20% per effect disabled. You know, this is not worth it. Kill Nimue instead. You talk to the king, you kill Nimue, and then, yeah, because that is... What is that, bro? That is not a reward. Revs. That is not a reward. I forgot I had that restricts your maximum HP thing going on. Oh wait, I gotta get the Dark Pact trait. So to acquire that, gotta shoot 3 bells. There's one at the Nimue place, which I could have gone to just now. Well, whatever. There's one over here where we have a shortcut we enabled earlier. And the final one was at the top. Some. Oh, wait a minute. I never killed him. That's right. Maybe I should kill him on this playthrough. Displacer. Please no. Oof, that weak spot damage would have been nuts. Were they already here? Or were they pre-pushing or... I like that modifier at this level. In case I die. I could actually die. I will say the visual effect of the modifier, not my favorite thing.
Okay, this is it.
My dog be hitting like horde. That should be everyone. I think that's everyone. If not, then they got aggroed on other stuff that wasn't me, and that's not my fault. I'm gonna just run back and go to Nimue now. You could trigger that bell and then not trigger that nonsense, and then TP directly back to the first crystal, which is underneath the lighthouse. It's probably faster to go in the castle and then go in that secret, that side door we opened, but I'm already committed. Oh, it's actually way faster. Nah, we're doing that. That's absurdly faster. I should have TP'd to Ward 13 and TP'd to where I wanted to go. You live and you learn. I'm curious to see how long this has taken me so far. I have not been looking at a timer at all. And I forgot when I started. But I do know that my 3 hash brown, 3 tortilla, 6 eggs, and a bell pepper with salsa breakfast is calling my name. I may even throw some egg rolls that I'll probably not buy again. I think I bought them from a certain establishment that I love a lot. But they're not as good as the ones I want to get from Costco. Because I was dog sitting recently and they had some of these egg rolls in the freezer and they slapped. And so I said, you know, that's awesome. I want to get some egg rolls. And I do from a certain establishment, and they're just not the same at all. Not even close. So Costco has the egg roll recipe on lockdown, bruvs. This is the second bell we have to shoot. And then... oh, we can just go left. Oh, this works out, actually. I was gonna say, like, yeah, TP back to the castle, but we can just go left out that gate once we shoot the bell on our right. I'll probably rest, though, to get my stuff back. Sunken bow. Is that simple? The bell that we rang first is always insane. There's so many goblins and ghouls and nonsense going on. Speaking of, when does Valheim get the next update? It's like Valheim Ashland, something like that. I'm really hoping I got some people to play it with because Valheim is such a good time. It is a grind, though, slightly. Can you even follow me? Is that possible? There's no way you make that jump. I feel like this jump, they all die. They just can't cross. That's right, brother. Level freaking 4. And we got Dark Pact. The coolest looking trait in the game. Like, just visuals. Like, that is so sick. But what it does... reduce great health regenerate by up to 90%. So, if there's any insane great health builds, you know, let your boy know. Because if not, I'm going to try and theory craft a little bit. There is a build I got brewing right now that I might not release quite yet. Because I want to line up a sponsorship for it in hopes that it does well. And then the moment they fix Ritualist, everyone's got like the same build for it. But that's a good time too. That, I believe, is all the things that I would get in a single run here. So hopefully this helped you in some way. It gives you an idea where to go. There should be no major confusion. And you can do your pathing your own way. All the side dungeons are your choice. You can skip them. You can do them. You can change the order. you can go nuts. And there are plenty of more items to get. In the description, I should have a list of all the things that you want, thanks to Reddit. And there's other videos showcasing where to get stuff as well. So go nuts, go crazy. And again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. Peace. It took me an hour and actually, no, it took me about probably an hour and 27 minutes. I think 10 minutes was me being a dent.